Welcome to Start Building Me, my nightly training session, which is a proof that consistency is more important than duration and intensity. You've got to train every day, folks. It's mandatory. I am going to die on this hill. Your body doesn't work unless you work your body. Really doesn't have to be a really huge arduous task, as in you don't have to slog away in spandex in the gym listening to blaring techno surrounded by gym rats all the time, folks. You can do it, after school in your bedroom. You can do it at uni, outside in the quadrangle. People will probably look at you strange, but they used to look at me strange. And look where I am now, in virtual Maroubra, training people all across the world to start building themselves. And it's cool, on startbuilding.me, the website that is linked up to my Twitch and multi-stream cast, I can see people that are tearing up the ranks, like, is it Alicidra? I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Alien Gathering, and obviously a few people that are here live when they can. Obviously not everyone can be here live, but mate, I take notice. Everybody, thanks for training with me along the way, anywhere in the world where you are, whether it's Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. It's really encouraging to see. And like I said, shoot me a message, introduce yourself, say good day. I want to give out prizes to people who come along as, bribery, but as well just, to let you know that it's acknowledged to help me test this platform that's going to have sort of a ranking and get people's times and, hopefully end up being automated with a much hated at the moment crypto token protocol scheme where you can redeem them for different prizes. They'll be pretty crappy prizes to start with. Excuse my language. This is supposed to be a PG channel. I'm trying to be as inclusive as possible for everybody. That is basically the purpose, folks. I really want to make sure that people see that exercise should be fun. It can be quick. We're here in and out, normally 15 minutes. Like and subscribe, whatever platform you are. So every time you see Start Building Me pop up, you might be inspired to come and do some exercise with me. It's going to be easy. There's heaps of variations that I can give you, and it's one of those things, like, especially here, the idea came to me on Twitch, is that people will sit down and watch other people play video games. Now, the purpose of a video game like an MMORPG is to develop your character. I was playing recently Cyberpunk, and, I'm always late to the game, excuse the pun. But you're developing a character. Now, folks, the best character to develop in life is this character. And not by this, I don't mean myself, but myself included, but you guys as well. Like, really, you cannot neglect yourself. And the more you use your body doing these simple exercises, it will improve your life. Now, it's one of those things, like, I'm not somebody like Tony Robbins, somebody who's going to stand up here and be like, hey, exercise, it's going to get you rich, it's going to change your life. Like, really, folks, I don't have to sell it. I'm not a salesperson. It does change your life. It improves your life, not only in the long run, but you can have a bad day and go for a walk. And as I always say, it can take you from the gutter to the stars within a walk. That's the sort of mentality that I'm trying to get out, is that you can really, really benefit in every single area of your life if you exercise. So without further ado, like I said, like and subscribe. Always check out on my YouTube channel, where I'm just starting to add content now to explain the more detailed part of Start Building Me. But really, it's as simple as this. Sit down and stand up. That's called a squat, right? Something that we do every single day is the most important exercise that you can do along with walking, right? So if you have never done it before, and you've got a chair or a bed or something to that effect, and you're sitting down on it, stand up and sit back down. Now, I've sometimes got a box in here to show you that you can sit down and just take it easy. We're competing against ourselves and our performance yesterday, folks. That's it. We're not trying to compete with some Olympic athlete. We're not trying to compete with, The Rock or some UFC fighter, folks. The most rewarding competition is competing against yourself, folks, because your aim is to see the change in you. And seeing the change in you and being able to log that performance over time, like I'm always saying, and which my app will help you with, you are you will reinforce this behavior, and it will reinforce the habit. And as I'm always saying, the habit is what we're trying to produce here. You can literally go and Google, and there's so many more people out there, incredible professional trainers that can show you all these different exercises, but you're only going to do them if you already exercise, right? So that's what we're trying to do, quite simply, is form a habit. And for the first 5-10 minutes we do some squats, then I'll show you some push-ups and variations where you can do them off your knees. Don't have to do strict push-ups. I am trying to make this the bare minimum training session that anybody, you know, the Milton Bradley training session, as I call it, as a dust collecting old boomer. I wonder if Milton Bradley still exists. Anyway, a board game company that used to say like 8 to 88, or was it, you know, 4 to 99. I want anybody to be able to do this. Anybody from young to old, but also professional athletes can see the purpose of what I'm trying to explain to you here. This exercise, a squat, should be second nature to you. We're just working our body against gravity, and what we're doing is we're sitting back into our heels. The weight's going to the outside of our feet. That's why our feet have arches, so the weight spreads to your toes, outside of your feet, into your heels. And never forget to breathe, right? Follow what I say, not what I do. As I stop breathing myself because I am talking non-stop, the best way to do it is to breathe in and breathe out on the way up, or breathe in on the way down and out on the way up. If you want to keep your back from riding forward like that, stand a little bit wider and it will keep you going straighter. As I say, I'm not a form stickler. I'm just trying to get you to form the habit. And there are a whole bunch of people that I've seen here that have been exercising on Twitch, and that makes me happy, folks. I'm a very simple-minded person, and to see people sign up and do some time exercising just makes me happy, folks. So, look, pump some iron, get some blood pumping. Hope you've had a good day wherever you are in the world, and I really mean that. We've got such a negative world, and I'm trying to bring back some positivity, folks. There's so much cool stuff that happens in the world, and you can tap into that. And you can block away the idiocy, folks. Block away the midwits. It's always hard because technically the midwits make up the majority of the people. But you can steer clear of them. Get the blood pumping through your body and go about your day, whatever that is. I am going to go and clunk my dog's head together. Just joking, Peter. I'm not. I'm going to go rumble with my dogs, have my psyllium husk and protein shakes, and do my day 2 of my rebuild videos, which I'm starting to put up on YouTube, folks. Nothing too exciting yet. I'm still sort of just fine-tuning the videos, but like I said, just to concurrently with my videos, explaining to people how to exercise, show them what I do for exercise, and, you know, some different tips, tricks, and hacks that I've learned along the way in my 50 million years on this planet. So, I'm going to try and get 50 out, and then I'm going to do some push-ups, and then I'm going to go get that protein shake reward, my 2 tablespoons of olive oil. As my German friend once said, David, du hast Geschmack wie ein Esel, and it means, David, you have the palate, or the, you know, the finer tastes of a donkey. And that's right, I get a buzz off the nutrients, not off the taste. And I can very easily settle into a diet this way. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll spare the details tonight. I'm going to make a video on it this week about what I'm doing with a squat. Sitting down and standing up is the basic element of a squat, folks. You don't have to overthink it. You can simplify it like that. You sit down onto a chair and you stand back up. Really, that's all I'm trying to get through to you at this stage. Now, man, I've got to do some calisthenics, so I might do a few of those in between. The old classic that Jazz will remember. Oh, and if you look at StreamBuild.me, Sully Star Jump, your profile has been updated. Added you some bonus time points because, you know, you've done heaps and it hasn't popped up. So I think it takes a while to refresh or something, so that will populate. And you'll get up there in the realms of the Jazzercise, who is, you know, He pure domination. But like I said, Alien the Gathering and Alessandra, or Alice Hydra, I can't remember. Sorry, folks, you have some cool sounding names, but I have forgotten what they are already. Also, I can't teleprompt and script when I'm making videos, especially when I'm using a camera that's above. I just end up staring down below and it looks kind of weird. So I'm just going to have to, with Adobe Premiere, you can just look, read it, and then read it whilst looking at the camera, and then cut out the bit where your eyes were diverted from it. So it's probably going to be the easiest way. I did a big order today of different proteins, resveratrol, branched chain amino acids, creatine, NAC, and vital green stuff, which is always very good, because with this isotonic diet, I'm just basically drinking everything for the first few weeks just to get into that ketosis state and improve my sleep a little bit. Looks like Freckles is losing it. Freckles is always losing it. Oh yeah, so I cycled 32 kilometers today, walked Freckles, walked the dogs. The dogs will put out that I walked Freckles as per usual. And I'm going to do 30 push-ups, 30 push-ups, 30 squats, and like I said, take it easy after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, feeling that. Oh man, yeah, I like it. Something that I'll be showing in the end as well as how I keep my productive day. I've got a whiteboard and it will say, you know, push-ups, chin-ups, 50 chin-ups I've done as well, and squats. And it'll say meditate is another category, and then I've got the cold plunge, which is a category, cycle, walk the dogs, walk Freckles, eat and supplements, guitar or mix, start building me video or Townsville activities. There's something else in there, LES and climb. So I just go through and I cross off everyone across the week that goes across: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And in the absence of working in a contract work, that is my life at the moment. So no better way to do it than walking past and just trying to fill up every single cross. Sometimes you miss a cross, but it's a good benchmark trying to stay on top of your game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shoot me a message if you ever have any questions, or like I said, watch yesterday's video if you want to see some. It started again. It's a downside when you're getting into ketosis. You go from having this abundance of energy from sugar into that conversion phase where you're going into ketosis to get, like I said, that phase of gluconeogenesis where you're trying to start using your body's fat and your visceral fat to create glucose. It's this this conversion phase where you feel like you've got a little bit, you're lacking with energy, and in addition to the cycling and weight training and stuff that I'm doing, I'll feel it. And I think I was 87.8 when I weighed myself just before this to put into my Rebuild Day 2 video. So I want to make sure that I don't lean out too much, which means I might have to start having more protein instead of just a double scoop a day. But like I said, it's you feel good. You feel good leaning out a little bit. So I'll try and stick with it and stick with this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is good active recovery from my cycle, folks. I've sort of been a bit bent over like on my office jobs. Just joking, try and keep it PC. Like I said, PC, PG, ABC, you know me, whatever it is. But just getting the blood pumping through your quadriceps, hamstrings, gluteal, lower back, aka your posterior chain. Big group of muscles. So that's what we want to get. Crackety crack, my neck from road cycling, from lifting my head up, means that I'm going to go to the gym, do some neck strength exercises, which is always very important, folks. But as I said, not as important as just doing the bare necessity, the bare essentials that we're doing here tonight. I really can't stress that enough. Squats and push-ups, if this is all you do and you go for a few walks during the day, that's, according to the whatever board of surgeons it was, it says 35 minutes of intermediate exercise a day. That covers it. So if you don't want to go to the gym, you don't want to do anything else, my goodness, you'd be crazy not to. Because as I always say, chronic pain or chronic illness is one of those things that once you get it, it's hard to get rid of, or you just have to live with it, right? So the more you exercise, the more likely you are going to avoid that stuff or improve it if you do get it. So I'm going to do 10 more squats. Do some push-ups. Let's get out of here. I'm really, really looking for... Oh, man, I can't have my protein shake. I've got to do my rebuild video. So it'll be short and sweet. You'll see me just rattling through that rebuild video if you're watching my videos. But I mean, look, you've listened to everything that I'm going to say on my rebuild videos here tonight. So if you're watching as a streamer, you can't avoid my rebuild videos. So 10 more, and then we'll go down to the floor cam and do some push-ups in whatever shape or form you can get them. 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feel into my legs, folks, and I've got good strong legs, so it is something that is all you need to do. Where is my silly cursor? There you are. Of course, my camera wasn't switched on. And there we go. So, it's funny how now my hat disappears here. I'll have to figure out that at some stage. But alas, it's not going to be today. So, we're going to do some push-ups, folks. What is a push-up? It is pushing yourself up against gravity off the ground. Now, you can do these off your knees, folks. It really doesn't matter. That still counts as a push-up as far as I'm concerned. But if you want to do them strictly, you dig your toes in like that, spread your fingers like that, get a stable base, look straight ahead, put your feet together, tense your butt, breathe in, up and down. Now, if you've got enough strength, you don't have to go down to the bottom. And do 1 of them, 5 of them, 10 of them, 20 of them, 30 of them, whatever you've got, basically, folks. Is my hat still disappearing? I might be able to avoid that. It's going to be the death of me, this chroma screen. At least when I am recording, I don't have to change cameras, so... excusez-moi. It might just be a matter of which cameras I'm going to use. I've donked this one, so it's slightly off. Might be a bit straighter. Ten down, do them off your knees. Or if you really haven't got the body strength, folks, you can just lean out over your hands, put a bit of weight there in your shoulders. You know, I've busted both of my shoulders in times past and have had to do this and just sort of, you go back, like a good stretch after a cycle, lean forward and just put a little bit of weight there over your shoulders. And I haven't even been able to, do a push-up. So just take it easy, folks. You never want to break anything because Well, that's what rebuild is about starting again. And this is only a mild rebuild, mild human dino tune for me after taking a week or two off after having a cold and eating lots of sugar and, well, not really junk food, but quite a lot of sugar when over the holiday period. It was good while it lasted. And breathe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alternatively, do it off your knees. Like I said, folks, it still counts as a push-up. Trust me, daddy. Got to listen to some Skepta. Been missing out listening to some Skepta. And that light. Is it only temporarily? I think it's only temporarily when I shift from one camera to the other. That's something to work on. Oh. Back to the kangaroo court. If anybody wonders why I always say like kangaroos and stuff, this is how kangaroos sit. If you were in Australia and you live rurally as I do, you would just cruise past in different bush areas and just see them hanging like this on the lawn. It's pretty funny. Now, I hope the lads let me sleep tonight. They were jostling for position on the bed last night. Was not very good for sleeping. But I sorted out rebuild. That was cool. It was streaming. I think this should actually be streaming better now. It was streaming at 720p, and I switched it to stream at 1080p now. So I'm not sure if you guys what it defaulted to, but I can definitely tell the difference between 720 and 1080, and it infuriates me when Optus Sports tries to make me watch the English Premier League in 720. It's like a slap in the face. How dare you? Especially when Stan Sports is 4K. It's like, well, not quite 4 times as good, but infinitely better to watch, especially for sport. Dig deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And take a load off. This is so easy. This is a workout that I've been doing my whole life. And I mean from really a young age. In year 3 in Germany, this is what we used to do for their equivalent for PE, and something that I just maintained every day. In that unconscious competence phase where I didn't know why it was good, but I did it anyway. And I think I switched my sound, fixed it. It sounded like it was clipping a little bit on some of the videos. So I think I've sorted that out finally, but like I said, work in progress. I think it's going to be a work in progress until I rebuild the studio, which is not going to be anytime soon. I just want to get content out, and then I'll just revise it on the fly. It's funny hearing the laptop instead of the AC for a change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, what have I been doing? I can't get through TV shows and movies. It's strange. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm actually more so movies I'm being able to watch, which is a change. Normally I can only watch TV shows. Now I can only watch movies. And seemingly only flashbacks to the 80s. 10 more and we're done, folks. Longer training session where I have gone over you know it's going to be a good night when you got Cowboys from Hell in your head already. right. Let's get out of here, folks. 10 more. Love you, and have a good evening or day or wherever you are in the world. I'll be watching you on startbuilding.me. And like I said, much respect. Shoot me a message, introduce yourself, say good day. I'll help you out with your training goals. This is my life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it easy, folks. Check my YouTube channel, like and subscribe on it, and it will improve over time. I swear to God. Have a good night.